Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name, and welcome to another YouTube video. Today, we are playing Ash Echoes. Now, first of all, you can't play this game yet. You gotta wait till mid-November. This is currently the closed beta access. Plat, how did you get closed beta access? This is a sponsored video by the developers, so keep that in mind. But really quick before we jump into it, one thing I want you guys to do, I would like you to, after you watch this video, I would like you to kind of leave something in the comments about something you think is really positive about the game, something you really like. And then I would like you to also comment something you think the game could improve on. Because I think that this is, because it's a sponsored video, it's very likely the developers will actually see it and thus maybe read your comments. And if there is a consensus on stuff, I don't know, maybe we can make something happen. I don't know, but we're just going to jump into it. I'm going to give you a showcase of everything the game has to offer for the most part. I played it for about 3 hours, so I don't have all the systems unlocked. I am not a meta. I do not know all the meta. We're just going to have some fun. We're going to look at the game modes. We're going to appreciate the characters' assets. And yeah, let's just do that. So first, before we actually get into it, what is this game? Actually, let's get into it. What is this game? This is a game that I think you could find similar to an AFK Journey-esque, but I actually think it has a lot more depth in the combat system than that. It's kind of like, I don't want to just compare it to things, but basically I feel like if you took like AFK Journey and Genshin Impact and you kind of mix it together. And what do I mean by that? It is a team-based game where they're going to primarily auto battle. They'll do like their auto skills and some auto attacks, and you're going to bring some characters, you're going to set them, but you do have control of their positioning. You don't have 100% control all the time, but if you're going to use a skill, you could reposition them for the skill. Also, if you just need to move a character out of the way of like an area of effect attack, you can manually move them. It's on a cooldown. But also there is a lot of environmental effects. You know, you can set the ground on fire, let it explode it with lightning damage and water and yada yada blah blah, all kinds of environmental effects. So to sum it up, it is a team-based RPG, it's not an idle game, but it's a semi-auto battle thing, but you have a lot of basically manual inputs that I would actually recommend using because the auto was pretty weak. So before we get into the actual combat, I am going to show you the combat. I'm going to show you the different game modes. Let us look at the actual characters, the art of the game. One thing that I'm not sure if it'll be apparent in this short of a video is one thing that I really liked is I really enjoyed the music. Actually, I thought the OST so far has been really, really good. Just overall good, enjoyable music, gets the blood pumping, and it does its job well. So let's take a look at some of the characters' art, just to kind of give you an idea of what a character, their art style is. And so you can see here, this is the guy that I use the selector ticket to pull him because I love that he has a gun, and then he summons a ghost arm with a bigger gun, and then they fire at the same time. So when he summons the arm, he gets like a 150% attack speed increase, so he just goes nutso mode. And so you can see here the way their skills work is it'll be different depending on the character. Some characters will have a passive, some won't, but basically this guy has two actives. You could basically summon the ghost. You could also do an attack, like an instant speed attack that will make it so you have to use a currency to summon your ghost, like a benevolence. You have to get 100 benevolence, and this builds it up. And then you have like an ultimate, and this just does really cool. They've got badass animations. So let's look at some of these other characters here. She seems to be an ice queen. I haven't read all the characters' abilities, but I do like, she has this fake ass leg. It's like a really cool fake, like it's not, I mean, it's real to her, I suppose. But overall really cool. I would say this game tends to lead more on waifus than other games. However, this is the launch character on this version of the game, and can I say that this is a really good design. This isn't just like, this is gonna, maybe, you know, maybe this isn't gonna be G-rated. All right, she's not just big tits and a short dress, right? Like this is like typical like waifu kind of like, I don't know, just like she just looks like a human, right? I think it's like a relatively conservative design in terms of not going crazy over the top with like all this fan serviceness, but I still think she has a really good aesthetic, a really cool weapon, cool mechanics, and overall is just like, I think this is like a super well designed character. And then you got sexy fox boy here with a big sword. I mean, You know, you're gonna like them if you're gonna like them. I mean, so here's kind of what I want to throw. You can run the gamut, right? There are characters like, where's one of my favorite guys? I mean, you got this guy here, right? He's got a big ass hammer, super cool. He's like he's basically Thor. And then you've also got characters like, you know, I mean, you've also got characters that are just basically giant breasts with superpowers. And, you know, you've kind of got everything in between. So overall, I'm not gonna lie, I actually think these are really good character designs. Even like the fan servicey ones that are kind of like this, I actually think that they're interesting and they're pretty cool looking overall. So I'm kind of, you know, however you feel about the art, you feel about the art. Overall, I'm pretty positive on it. I hope that they add a lot of cool male characters. Not this guy, that guy's kind of a nerd. But I thought this guy was super, super cool, like in that. So, I mean, that's enough talking about the art. Let's actually go in and try some game modes here. How does the summoning work and stuff? Honestly, I'm not that good at knowing all that stuff right now. That's not really what I've spent my time doing. I've mostly spent my time playing the game because that's kind of what I play games for. So first, let's go into the main, basically, story mode here. You're going to progress. I mean, you've played gacha games, you know story modes. First of all, can I say that they have there's a lot of nice touches in this game before we get into the combat. Like, watch this. This is a real interactive piano. Now, I think it needs to be tuned, but it is that's just like a nice touch. Like, there was no reason to do that. It could have just been a picture, but it is actually nice. And also, like, this is the little shit. I like the little shit, honestly. This right here, this 11 being partially full, this is how they track how close you are to leveling up, right? So, like, it's only 1/10 of the way full, which that is about 1/10 of the way full. So I like that it fills the number up as you get closer to your level. And maybe that's fucking dumb. I liked it. All right, I noticed it. I was like, that's cool. So let's go into an actual combat after we master the DJ hero. Imagine if this is on touchscreen, this is going to be fun because you could use multiple hands at once. All right, let's go in. Can we choose a party? We can't choose a party for this one. Can we go choose a different level really quick? Let me do this one right here. We're going to enter this one. So here we go. We're going to bring in a full big team here. And honestly, actually, I think this one's a boss fight. I am the protagonist. Yeah, right. This is a wet stage. Keep that in mind. So we're just going to bring in a full party. You can have it do a quick and auto. So we'll give you a quick display of how the actual combat mechanics, what are you going to be doing when you load into this game? So this game is going to have a big emphasis on team building. So first thing you're going to realize, you know, we get to choose our characters, right? So this is what I'm saying. It's like AFK Journey. This is the aspect of it that I'm talking about, is you get to like start your characters off. This guy's actually like a sniper, but I don't know if this hurts him. Honestly, it might just be green. But we can move our characters like this. So you bring 4 characters in, but you actually have 2 more characters in your backline. You could switch them in whenever you want, basically. It's on a cooldown, but all right. So let's just start back here. So first thing you're gonna notice, you can pause the game and you can cast your skills, or you can just like, so if we look here, like I could use her defensive skill, or I could just reposition her. So if I don't want her there, I could just choose like, oh, I want you to move over here, right? Because there's gonna be a big AoE attack coming in. Or if I decide I want her to use her defensive skill, you could then move her and have her use that skill ahead of time. Who's a perfect example? She's a perfect example, right? Because you look here, you can have her aim her attack to hit. Let's say you couldn't hit that guy, right? So what you could do instead is you can have her move over here and then use her attack. Or, you know, if she was here, have her move over here and you could change your attack. And so you could do all this in pause mode. So you actually have a ton of control over how you're doing this. So click where you want her to go, have her aim, and then you can have her use it. Boom. And so our characters are going to start doing their automatic skills just passively. And you could even put it on auto. But if you want to manually take control, you absolutely can. It's a very fast-paced game in a lot of ways, even though I'm playing it paused. But let's say I want to use gun malevolence on this guy right here. Maybe I got to move a little bit closer. Boop. There we go. So use that. We'll see if we can get a cool animation before this fight's over. We're going to turn off auto for now because I don't want them to accidentally do something cool. Let's activate our ghost hand. Let's actually save our ghost hand for right now until our ultimate is ready. because I think I don't know how to read if my ultimate's ready. Let's take a look here. We're about to get a bigger wave. This is kind of like the wave counter. All right, so let's activate Ghost Hand now. Basically, you're going to see here he's going to summon a hand, and then he's going to start firing twice as fast. And now you can actually get another move here where you make the Ghost Hand do different stuff, or you could just kind of keep trying to keep your Ghost Hand up. It drains over time, but here we go. I don't even know what this is. Who does this? I don't even know what ability this is, but let's just take a look at one of the animations. All right, there's a lot of really cool attacks in this. Now, I'll admit, one of the things I want them to address is the frame rate, at least on the PC version, is pretty... It goes to like 25 frames or something. All right, and this guy is like, these guys are like staying alive after they die, but it's not like a big deal. That doesn't deal any damage, but it should still keep our stacks up. This guy is actually kind of difficult to use because he can only use his Ghost Hand, or he can only use his ultimate while his Ghost Hand is alive. So he's actually really, really cool though. So you can move like really far away, like, oops, sorry. Escape, escape. Move all the way over here. And then the character in the middle takes a lot of damage, but everyone within the circle takes, you know, good damage. So, oh, I think they're already dead, huh? All right, I think we already killed them. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Okay, so you can take a look here, right? I think this is AoE. This is actually in the center. He turns a darker red. So let's use it. It's a very, very cool ability. I love it. But you have to have your Ghost Hand actually up to use it. I don't know what he's shooting at. This is me in Call of Duty. You're just fucking shooting there's no enemies over there, bro. You're just shooting for fun. And you basically shoot this giant nuclear weapon, boom, blow him up. He is dead, but they have like the zombified form. And so let's put him on auto. You see, they're gonna automatically fight, but they're not gonna use their skills until you put them on auto. And then they're still pretty bad at it, if I'm being honest. And I'll be like, here's the thing. We're kind of stacked right now. We're using like a boosted account. Not super boosted, I don't think. It's hard for me to tell. But like I had 150 summons. So I summoned a lot of stuff. I spent a lot of currency. There's elite versions if you want to see me lose. So this is the main story mode, right? You're going to go through. You're going to get these. And honestly, the rewards I've gotten have been pretty sick so far. But this isn't the only game mode. There's actually a whole other important game mode. This is the one I'm talking about, but let's take a quick look at Field Ops. This is basically, you know, you're going to get your rewards. There's a lot of character progression systems. I'm not going to pretend like I fully understand them, but here's one thing actually I think is super worth pointing out and very interesting is your character progression it is individual, but like their overall strength is partially, like you see here, their stats, they have percent modifiers on your leader's stats. So whoever you bring in as a leader, like let's go back to the character actually really quick. I think this is totally worth pointing out. So let's go back here. Let's do I am the protagonist. Let's enter. So if we look here, this is our current, I think he's our current leader. This is like us. So you can kind of take a look. They have these stats and they have like this equipment. So you bring a leader and the leader has stats and equipment. And basically, depending on the stats of your leader, these characters, your characters just have modifications, oops, sorry, on those stats themselves. So like he gets 111% of your attack and 80% of your HP and 20% of this. So it's like they don't level up. You don't need to level up this character. They're always at the max level, even though they're not always at max efficiency. So that is something that I think is like actually really cool. Now, the combat that you do get to level up their skills. You do get to get dupes of them. And I believe you can start leveling up them. Like every character can be a leader. I think right now you just start with your protagonist, but you can like, there's this system that I haven't fully involved yet, but you can basically make any character you want into a leader. But this is what we're just using the main boy right now, but you can see here, based off our equipment, these are our stats, and then your characters get modified. They're basically, as they get stronger, they're going to get modified versions of those stats, which I think is just like a cool different way of doing it that I haven't really seen, where it's like, even if I get a character at level, like a brand new character at level 1, basically, or, you know, I just pull a character, they're not going to be at their max power, but if my account is at a certain level, the character will be, boom, usable right out of the gate, which I like. But let's jump into the Nexus here. This is like this is hard to describe. It's not hard to describe. It's hard to demonstrate, but this is like a rogue-like mode, is my understanding from how I've played it. You basically are going in with a character. This is also, I think, how you make them become leaders. And you're basically going in and you're getting, you're doing builds, but you don't have a full team, right? So, okay, well, we're at the final battleground. So this is the worst example I could have given you, but let's go ahead and just bring some characters then. I should have, this is the issue. I was starting to do the mode ahead of time. Here, we'll take that person from that friends list. I started playing this before I opened this. That way I can kind of make sure I was in a good spot. Turns out I played too much Martyr. So let's actually, you know, here we go. I don't know if I can beat this boss fight. I might destroy it. I might get destroyed. Let's find out. I want you to be, you're my main boy. You're going to go up here. I think I want you over. I don't know what she does, and I know you're like a tank, basically. Did I bring anyone else that's a... So there's this whole elemental system, right? And this one's actually my favorite. Oh, you can start all the way up there, huh? Sure. Let's do that. How about that? Triggered after Fire Echomancer casts a barrier skill. I don't even know if we have one. I should probably check. We're not going to worry about it right now. All right. I don't know enough about the characters. All right, let's take a look. Maybe you have one. Change into your human form. Oh, bro, calm down. You're hitting too hard. We definitely want to be using Malevolence here. Get a little bit closer. How about that? There we go. And then some characters can like combo their skill and use it multiple times. Different. Like, I'm still learning, all right? I'm still learning. Let's activate our Ghost Hand. I pretty much dedicate all my energy to this guy because he's cool. I don't even use LeBlanc. I think it just switches the weapon that he's using, basically. But I just love this. I think it's the difference between, like, AoE and, like, single target. Oh, bro, I just love watching this guy go. Look how fast he attacks. Damage immunity, bro. Yeah, right. Oh, boo-hoo. Boss mechanics. Fully healed. What about cannabis form? That's right. He turns into weed. And I've seen it once. We're going to skip it, even though it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. What is that? Oh, we must be on auto. Good. All right, so you need to use... Ghost Hand physical? Is that it? I don't know. Is that going to give you more? Because it starts to wear off. You can see here it ticks down. So he actually requires like a lot of, I won't say babysitting, but I feel like this character requires a lot of inputs in order to be good. And I don't even know how to build up his main skill. And we didn't really use environmental effects here, but maybe I could show that off. You could put down like a big water level, and then you could use an electric guy to like blow it up. And that will cause like a big explosion and stuff like that. So here's kind of what I was talking about. After you get through, you kind of get these rewards and you get to choose how you want your build to go. And there we go. I won't lie. I won't pretend like I know how all this shit works. Gain 3 additional attack every time you gain an attack. Let's go. And then let's gain attack. Okay, here we go. Study zone. Base value 20, affected by depth level. As you go, you could choose to increase your depth level to basically increase your rewards. So you could take a look here. These are the rewards, how long it is basically for the zone that we're doing. Let's go ahead and take it. We got skill points. Don't know what it's for. Maybe it's for the end of this. Let's take Mist, depth level 4. End the current echoing nexus here. All right, let's do it. Sure. Let's end it. So we can take a look here. Tactical engraving, configure skills. What is all this? It's just, there's so much, bro. There's so much content here, like, and it seems super replayable. Okay, let's obtain skills. They want us to do it. Let's do this says all. Let's just do this then, bro. Let's go. Look at that, bro. We're gamers at max, bro. I'm kind of an at max gamer myself. All right, there we go. So here we go. We're went from C1 to C5. I'm saying yay. So she is now new engraving generated. So now maybe she could be our leader now, right? Maybe that was a perfect example to show you. This week's cumulative depth level. Give a like. Here you go. You can have a like. Level 21. Not impressive. I mean, I'm at least level 21, I think. I don't know. No, wait, I'm level 11. All right. Maybe you got it. So then you can go in and start doing it again. I wonder if our character has a, like, if we can, where's she at? Yo, where's my girl at? She's probably up here. I'm still remembering what everyone looks like in this art style. It's her, right? Yeah, she's pretty. We all know. Jeez, calm down. Leader record. There we go. Look at that. She's C5. Does that mean I could use her if I go to the other mode? I honestly don't know. Let's find out. Let's go to the world. Let's go here. Let's go to the Look at that. Okay, but she's set as the leader by default. I just played myself. Let's go to I am the protagonist. Aha! Look at that. Look at that. So let's take a look here. I'm kind of interested. 85, 196, 222, 205, 107. So this gives us, I don't know, 884 power. Can I put you back? Okay, let's. Hey, listen, I'll admit, I'm not the best. Put them back in. Put them back in. Discard. Confirm. There we go. So I think this guy's powerful because he's at C8. And I'm actually kind of interested if, I don't know if the main traces, the sub traces, I don't know how all this works together, right? I'm not that deep into it yet. I've only been playing a couple hours, but overall, I'm going to be honest with you. For the first couple hours I played, it's overwhelming. There's a lot going on and it's kind of confusing. There's just a lot of menus, a lot of systems being thrown at you. But underneath the kind of overwhelming menus and stuff like that, and all these fucking tabs, it's a lot of fun. I've been having a actually great time playing this, and I'm probably going to play it more, even though this is a closed beta and my progress isn't going to carry over. I'm honestly just having fun, and I would like to play it more. So I think that's a good sign for the game. So I'm interested in what you guys think. If you want to play this game yourself, what you like about the game, what do you think? What didn't you like as much about the show and tell? And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. So anyway, this is Ash Echoes. You know, there's going to be links in the description. I forgot to say that at the beginning. I guess I didn't have to, but they're going to be included. But yeah, so go check it out, and you can pre-download or register, and there'll be rewards and all that. You know, all the gotcha shit that you're used to will be there. And yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Thank you very much for joining this first look. The Purplatypus is Purplatypus. I'll see you on the flip-flops. Bye.